Well, I would guess that my generation is the last generation where playing games wasn't normalized.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you're a little bit younger than me, and you probably just about missed it. Like I
Um,
suspect for well, no,
no.
maybe not, maybe not.
Oh, it's for
Probably not
me.
fair,
The
probably not
the
fair.
way I remember it is I see it as the first PlayStation. Like for me, the original PlayStation was where gaming entered the mainstream. Because it was still a little stigmatized before that. I think that was the console that really sort of. I mean,
Yeah.
even
No,
then it
yeah,
had a kind of. But I suppose even now it has kind of a stigma attached to it in some circles. But I think the PlayStation was what really brought it into the mainstream.
I would say that started it, and the PS2.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely cemented it. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think it was probably my perception was that probably the PlayStation was the first time that I knew someone thought that they knew someone that owned that console who I thought was in quotes cool.
Yeah. Who was not? Yeah. Who was not a game guy? Yeah. Yeah. And
And as a result,
I was 10 when I got my PlayStation, so that gives you some kind of fucking reference.
yeah. Well, my first console was a NES,
Oh really?
which I certainly didn't get like when it was new. My grandparents bought it for me and my brother. Like it must be when the SNES was already out, I think.
Yeah.
And they found it. They found it for a good deal. And
How old
they,
were you when you got it? Like young?
So I don't know. I must have been like, I guess 10ish, maybe slightly younger than 10, because my brother was old enough to play it with
So you
me.
didn't get your first games console until you were 10.
Yeah, but if you look at what year was it when I was 10, it was 94. So maybe I was a bit younger.
What did
Maybe I
you
was a bit
do
younger,
before that?
but
I can't imagine you doing anything different. Like, what did you do without a games console as a kid?
well, I mean,
Because you must have been a weird, nerdy kid. So what did you do?
yeah, no, I definitely.
There's no way you were like super fucking cool as fuck. Like, oh yeah, I fucking played fucking basketball or something.
No,
no, I can imagine.
no, definitely not.
So what did you do for that 10 years where you didn't have a games console, but you were a fucking irredeemable nerd?
I mean, I had like little Casio keyboards. I had tape machines that I could record myself playing and singing on.
Alright.
And yeah, my musical side was indulged by my parents before my super nerdy side. But they also, I say that, but like I remember my dad bringing back like it must have been like a super early Apple computer from work that had gone out of commission or something. And I remember playing around with that and sort of poking around. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but I managed to type something that got it to print out like a test screen of characters, which was peculiar at the time. So there was definitely that. I was given access to that a little bit, but it was music first. Yeah, it was my grandparents that bought my first games console, and it had. I think when we got it, it just had the basic Mario Duck Hunt. We've got loads of stuff back at home. I've got some stuff on me.
I got some bits and pieces on me.
Yeah, it had the basic Mario and Duck Hunt. We had the light gun.
Oh mate, I never had a SNES back in the day.
I never had a SNES.
Oh, or a NES. Sorry, my first console was a Master System, and then I went to Mega Drive, and then PlayStation. So, but I bought as soon as I was older and into games and had money and stuff. I bought a NES with the light gun,
nighttime.
and I got so fucking good at Duck Hunt. I mean, it's a pretty lame thing to get good at.
I mean,
but
the way to really get good at Duck Hunt is just to aim the gun at a light in your room, and just repeatedly fire directly at the light.
is that true? Does it just refract it? Like...
Yeah. So when you fire the gun, when you fire the gun, what actually happens is that the screen goes black apart from the points on the screen where the ducks are, which are white.
No way.
Yep, that's how it works. So if you just aim it directly at a light,
Yeah.
you always hit.
That's unbelievable.
That is in fact the case.
That's great.
I can't believe you didn't know that. Actually, that's
No, because I never grew up with it. I just got it. I bought it when I was probably like about 18 or something. I bought one on fucking eBay or whatever, just to fuck around with it. And I think I bought it to play some RPG. I can't even remember now what it would have been. Chrono Trigger, maybe was it NES? No.
No, it's NES.
NES, yeah.
The one of the most sort of enduring memories of my young childhood was playing the NES with my brother, and specifically we had the Rescue Rangers Chip and Dale game, and this was in the period where Disney were killing it with their console games.
Yeah.
So Chip and Dale and DuckTales were both awesome games, and they're games that people regularly still like speedrun and stuff.
I had Aladdin for the Mega Drive, and that was crazy. Like the number of
that
it was so hard.
The 8 and 16-bit generation. Where we go? 8 and 16-bit generation Disney games were fucking great, but Chip and Dale was fairly unique on the apart from Contra 2 on the NES, and that it had a simultaneous co-op mode.
What, really?
So you would both of you play.
It's a platformer, right?
Yep.
So how does it work? How does it matter? Like...
You're both on the screen. You're both on the screen at the same time. You can both kill the bad guys, chuck the stuff around. You can jump on top of each other.
And you can both die.
Help each other out.
Die individually.
Both die. Yep.
It doesn't seem like it would be that useful having a second player though. Like it.
Maybe not super useful, but really good fun.
Well, this is what I like.
Not only could you play it.
Carry on.
You could play it co-op, right? You could play it co-op, but like you could also throw shit at each other, so you could actually hinder each other as well. So you could kind of play it competitively as well, and kind of race each other. So that was good.
See, I find that whole area. I mean, I say that whole area. It was like 10 years, and it was crazy different through that 10 years. But like, I find it so fascinating because nothing had solidified yet. Like, no gameplay elements had solidified yet. And everything was just like, people had like no idea really what a game was or what it was supposed to be or do. So you had crazy shit like, because now you're not going to get just you're not just going to get a co-op multiplayer unless they've really thought about it. Do you know what I mean? Like where they've really thought like, so how do we make the two players' interactions really mean something? Blah 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 blah. But back then they were literally just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what stuck. Like, just let them both play at the same time. Like it'll be alright. Can they like hurt each other? Yeah, just make it like fucking.
You say that, but I watched this fascinating interview with Miyamoto, and they were talking about I think it must be around the launch of Super Mario Maker, and they were talking. Is that we should go back to original base and pick up some more shit and stuff.
Yeah. We'll do a night run.
Also,
should we do a night
run? What divides by 7 is the other question, of course.
I don't think it matters. I think it breaks, doesn't it, around 100? Because weren't we supposed to have one?
We had one at our last 7th day. It was low level.
I wasn't here for the last 7th
day. It felt like day 14.
So.
No, you weren't.
Well, we're fucked if we have one, because I've got 20. I've got like 30 showers. So.
Yeah, that's fine. They'll just kill themselves in spikes. Sorry, Miyamoto. Yes, he was talking about the first level on the original Super Mario Brothers, which I'm sure you know well enough.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And he was saying that the way the first placement of the Goomba forces you to jump and almost certainly hit the first question mark block, which has the first ever time you see a normal mushroom, right?
Yeah.
So So the instinct when you see something coming at you in a computer game is to dodge that thing. So you dodge
so
the
press
gun,
what you got. Yeah.
which forces you to hit the question mark and almost certainly run into that mushroom.
Wow.
Therefore, demonstrating to you
What it does.
that running into the mushroom. So you say they were throwing stuff at the wall, but they were thinking about it pretty much as hard as anything else, I think.
Wow.
And
also, the limited availability of what you have to think about enables you to actually think about it more, obviously.
Yeah. But the other thing that massively stayed, the other game that I played like to death and never stopped playing it, and actually only probably beat it a couple of times because the last couple of levels are fucking difficult, is it's just Stag. Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2?
Incredible game.
I fucking never played Mega Man 2. I've played Mega Man 1 since having a PC and like emulators and stuff, but I never played the
Mega Man 1 is not great.
Yeah, I didn't find it great. That's why I never played anymore.
No, to define the genre kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's night time, isn't it? It's runnies. Hold on, let me get
yeah, and the soundtrack.
The soundtrack too is crazy, crazy good. I've heard the soundtrack.
And that is like super stuck in my consciousness. Like, I can probably go through all of the different songs, and so can my brother. We could sit together and we could do the whole fucking thing.
When you talk about your brother playing games with you, is your brother older or younger?
Younger, 3 years younger.
3 years younger. So he's probably about my age, basically, then.
If you're 3 years younger than me, then that would be the case.
Pretty much about 3 or 4 years younger than you. Like, this is the thing I find interesting because obviously me and my little brother grew up playing games together. Like, for him, like from his birth, because he's 5 years younger than me. So
yeah,
like
he was normalised the whole time.
Oh yeah, from his birth. Like literally, as soon as he was old enough to read, he was watching video games, and mostly watching because I was the older brother and I was a dick. So
yeah,
I was playing 90% of the time, right? So this is my theory. It doesn't really hold up now because I know a lot of people from my generation will like watch Let's Plays and things like that. But I've always sort of struggled to watch them. I find it a bit easier now I'm older and a bit more forgiving or whatever. But when I was younger, I could not understand the appeal of watching a Let's Play. But my brother has always watched them, like alongside playing games. Like for him, it's as much a part of playing games as actually playing them. Whereas for me, I'll always rather play one than watch a Let's Play. And I'm convinced that whole phenomenon is to do with younger brothers growing up watching their older brothers play video games. I'm absolutely convinced.
It's a very sexist thing to say, but probably correct for more generally correct for that generation.
I'm absolutely convinced that because I find the boom and popularity of them too coincidental to sort of the coming of age of that generation. It's like timed perfectly.
I guess to be honest, the other thing is if you consider sport, right?
Yeah.
The way that sport is presented as entertainment to be consumed rather than to be played.
Yeah.
What it is someone who is good at a thing and then some commentary over the top.
Yeah. I completely agree with. I completely agree with that aspect of it. But does it resonate with you personally? Like, are you a big Let's Play watcher guy?
I'm a Let's Play watcher for a very limited number of people, and that is usually down to the.
But see,
usually down to the personality.
My brother and all their friends and so on will consume it as widely as video games, and he even admits to a lot of the time preferring to watch it than play it.
I mean, I will put on a Let's Play. I will put on a Let's Play and have it in the background, like having the radio on.
Yeah.
That's usually how I consume them. The exception is a lot of the Game Society Pimp stuff, I will actively watch, especially the 7 Days thing, because obviously there's that.
You've got a lot of vested interest
connection
in this game.
Yeah. But a couple of the GSP ones I really like, and obviously a lot of Miniature Nerd.
Yeah.
I'll say watch, but that
I think it was you who got me onto
personality.
Miniature Nerd. You know.
I feel like it was, but
Were you
I
one
also
of the
feel
original
like
guys?
I feel like I discovered Miniature Nerd probably the same way you did, which was through the Fallout runs.
Yeah, Googling
so I don't
Fallout.
know,
Yeah.
I feel like I turned you onto it, but
I remember the time I got into it, and I was big into it. It was basically the last house I lived in, the shitty fucking flat that I lived in, and the flat was so shitty and the living conditions were so poor that I basically played Fallout the entire time I lived there for all my waking hours to escape from the fact that I had no fucking central heating and I was close to death 24 hours a day. And I found Miniature
at the room.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was playing on Xbox then because that was before even my PC. So it really did heat up the room, and I think that's when I started. Well, no, I know that's when I started watching Miniature Nerd. So I'm in two minds whether you told me to watch him, or I was literally like, when I wasn't playing it, I just Googled New Vegas weird shit on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. Because when he got towards the end of the kill everything run, it got a big.
That was the one. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one on Reddit.
So it may well have been independent.
And that was the one that made me realise, because I'd never had the moral fortitude to try it on one of my runs. That made me realise that you can kill fucking everyone. You can literally kill everyone.
Yeah, I mean that's the great thing about that game is that it allows you to play any number of ways.
I can't believe they've run further away from that rather than run with that formula. That really bugs me.
The biggest disappointment Fallout 4. I've got Nuka World and I've started playing it, and it looks like it might be good. I don't know. I haven't got that far into it. I'm a bit disappointed at the limited amount of killing that I've had to do so far.
John Miniature Nerd says it's pretty fucking stoked with it. I think he said it's the best Fallout DLC since. Did he say Lonesome Road, which is the one from Vegas, New Vegas? He likes. I think Lonesome Road.
He loves the one with the brains.
Old World Blues.
Old World Blues, yeah. He fucking loves Old World.
It might be. I think he said it's the best one since Old World
great.
Blues. I haven't played it yet, but I've got it now, and I'm playing Fallout New Vegas every day.
Oh mate, if you haven't played the DLCs, because
I've played Dead Money and Lonesome Road, but I'd never played Old World Blues. I can't remember why. I was at uni, and I can't remember why I didn't play it. I think I might have sold it or something.
Old World Blues is fucking great. Lonesome Road is pretty good as well. Lonesome Road, I like the ending.
Dude, where are we going? We've been running for fucking ages.
It's fine. We'll be home in a minute. We've just gone as the crow flies, so it's a bit weird, but we're about to hit town. Yeah, Lonesome Road is good. Old World Blues is better. Yeah, Nuka World, it's got promise. But yeah, the thing that bugged me about Fallout 4. I think it's probably the same thing that you didn't like. Is that in New Vegas, the faction system is amazing.
It's unbelievable.
And the fact that they didn't include that is kind of criminal. Like it should have, but
yeah,
I know there should have been a faction system because it was one of the things that made New Vegas so much fun. The other thing that New Vegas had going for it, is that in New Vegas, when you started out, there appeared to be some good guys and some bad guys.
Oh yeah,
and as you got further into it, you realised that it was not that simple.
Yeah.
And both, all four sort of factions that you could kind of end game as all had good points and they all had bad points.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like Fallout 4
yeah.
tried to do that and they failed miserably because they went too far the cynical route. They made everyone irredeemable douchebags. But like,
yeah, exactly.
But it's like you've forgotten to make any good points for any of them. Like, you made everyone a dickhead.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the snarky, like, oh, you went for these guys and look, they're fucking dickheads. But they went through that with everyone. Whereas New Vegas balanced it out with a little bit of, like...
Yeah, so you thought that the Legion were horrible, but then you saw that there was actually a method to their brutality, and actually
security
it might
and
be the
stability.
best
Yeah.
And you saw that, oh well, the NTA seemed like the obvious, hi, we're American good guys.
But they're a bloated monster, and it's full of corruption,
and actually, arguably more authoritarian than Caesar's Legion.
Yeah.
And then you had Mr. House, who was like, well, I mean, this guy is obviously insane.
Yeah.
So's anyone that had a plan that big.
Yeah.
And actually,
I can't remember. I spoke to someone on this play, not a real person, like an NPC on this playthrough that I've never spoken to before, and they gave me a quote about Mr. House. I must have missed it before. That like really shone him in a new light for me. And it made me think, yeah, fucking hell. And I think it was like that exact quote. He was like, he said, so he hid New Vegas. He hid Las Vegas under the hem of his skirt once. 200 or 2,000 years ago or whatever, and now he feels like he owns it forever. Fuck that. I think it's Benny, and I never really speak to Benny that much because fuck Benny, he's a fucking douchebag.
Just murder him instantly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was with him. He was like, he owns him under the hem of his skirt once, and now he feels like he has rights to it forever. Like, fuck him. And I was like, you know what? That's a pretty fair assessment. Like, who's this fucking guy? Like.
Yeah, but then on the other hand, you think I almost always end up doing independent Vegas, which it still feels to me like the most good option.
Yeah.
But when you dig down into it, it's like, well, and what?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
How
it's almost a cop out.
Anyone?
Yeah. It's like the libertarian. It's basically the libertarian playthrough, isn't it?
Well, it's not, because Mr. House is kind of the libertarian playthrough.
Yeah, I suppose. I always got the feeling Mr. House was more like...
He's small government, though.
Yeah, he's small government. He's
literally small government. One guy, unimpeachable.
Oh yeah,
everyone is able to profit from the situation. Blah blah blah. But yeah, in Fallout 4, like you say, everyone is basically everyone's a cunt.
Oh, everyone's such a cunt, man. Like that was my biggest problem with it. Like everyone, you speak to them a little bit and you're like, oh, fuck these.
And the worst thing about everyone being a cunt, the absolute worst thing, is that the one that I would most like to do a Minutemen run, because I think of all of the options, that's kind of the one. You cannot start the Minuteman run until you've got kicked out of the Institute.
Really?
There's no way to start that last bit.
No way.
You have to take back the castle. And you have to be kicked out of the Institute.
No way.
Yep.
I did not know that. I've never done that because fucking why would I do that? No.
I actually, out of frustration in my last playthrough, I quick saved before. The first time I met Father, just shot him, smashed his face in. Just walked in. I've been waiting for you to see for such a long time.
Pow.
Single hit kill straight to the head in bats. Walked straight back out of the Institute.
Yeah, my long lost son. Wow, my long lost son / father. Spoiler alert, by the way. And then he just fucking smashes your head in with a crowbar.
But the problem with that is, of course, there's a fuckload of experience tied up in the Institute, and I was just like, no, can't do it.
Yeah.
Want to do some of those things.
My first ever playthrough, I walked into the Institute, and they were like, you know what? We got to do something about this pesky railroad. And they were like, oh wait, You murdered them all about 15 years ago. Every single one, even the babies. Congratulations. Thanks, son. I was like, because I immediately hated them so much. I'm like, I'm killing these eco-terrorists immediately. Like, as soon as I spoke to about 3 people, I was like, I cannot stand absolutely any of you. I'm going to burn this whole place to the ground immediately. I was like, fuck the quest lines, fuck the possible rewards. And like, I never do that on a first playthrough. Never ever do.
That's
like,
hilarious.
My
That's
first
hilarious.
playthrough, I'm always like the most milquetoast guy you've ever seen because I want to see as much as I can.
Yeah.
So I don't like to fuck
I'm
anything.
the same.
But like my first playthrough through Fallout 4, as soon as I encountered the railroad, I was like, "There's no possible way I'll be able to stomach this. I've got to fuck these guys right out."
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. My first run was a railroad run. I have to admit that. I'm sorry.
No.
I know you probably think less of me, but it was only because I was being, as you put it, milquetoast, and I got to the point where I had to make a choice between the 4.
Yeah.
Well, no, I had to make a choice between the 3 because I hadn't started the minimum because I hadn't got kicked out of the
Oh yeah, because you
institute.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't willing to get myself kicked out. Yeah, and on the other hand, I fucking hated the Brotherhood.
Oh, everyone hated them. The Brotherhood are a bunch of frat boy fucking douchebags. I hate them.
It's
Fucking bunch of laser douches.
Yeah, they are you doing a bit of fire there?
Yeah.
They I could not. Should I pick some?
Yeah. Just make sure you like pick one whole crop though, not like, you know, standard rules.
Yeah. I just thought that Dance was such a fucking twat.
He's such a cock.
That was my main problem.
And he's not even human. How did they program him to be such a twat?
Spoiler alert!
I know,
Spoiler
spoiler alert.
I was just about to say. I was about to hint. Have you done enough of the Brotherhood run to know the thing about Dance?
No, I found out because I
clearly
reflex killed him and then looted his body, and I'm like, he's fucking full of cyborg bits. And then I was like, oh, okay, okay, I see what they've done.
Have you ever seen that part of the?
Yeah, I did.
Everyone.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Mute audio for the next 30 seconds. Because I did this most recent run, I did far more of the Brotherhood than I did before. I have to say, one of the best things about the Railroad run is the way that you take out the Brotherhood.
Wait, how would you do it?
With bombs. You take down the whole of.
So you don't do a frontal assault like the Institute.
They drop. They go to the. They go to the police station.
Yeah.
And they steal a vertibird, and they pilot it in.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
And you go in as the one guy. They give you a stealth boy, which, as we know, is fucking useless.
Useless. Absolutely useless, especially in Fallout 4.
Oh no, stealth boys in New Vegas and 3 were killer.
Yeah.
But it's complete and utter toilet. It's like I've used 2 in my entire time playing, and it's just like, what's the point of using this? Everyone can still see me, basically. Like I don't think I've found an enemy that is fooled by it.
Even mole rats.
And yet,
no, you're not fucking.
And yet you're not allowed to target someone with VATS as they use one.
Oh, it's just sickening.
You can't shoot courses. Have you done any of the DLCs for 4?
No, mate. I played 2 playthroughs of the vanilla game. I probably only played about, I don't know, 60 hours in total of Fallout 4, which is terrible. I really didn't care for it, mate. I really didn't care for it.
I'm just
contrast that to maybe like
mind off it.
Contrast that to maybe, I don't know, 500 hours New Vegas, probably more. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of files on New Vegas over the years.
So, Far Harbor's.
That's like the whole
mostly
New England. I mean, the whole thing is like New England, but like that's like the New England nautical shtick one, right?
Yeah, and I kind of pretty much enjoyed it, although I need to replay it because the whole thing is a lot better if you take fucking trench coat fucking dickhead with you.
Oh, what's his name? The detective guy.
Yeah.
Trench coat douchebag.
The detective Mel Nuts. I can't remember his
Yeah,
name.
what the fuck is his name? I quite like him actually. I don't know. What
Nick Valentine.
Nick Valentine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better if you take him with you because, spoiler alert, the other synth that looks almost identical to him is actually related to him.
No way.
You'd never have worked it out from the trailer where I thought that it was actually Nick. But I dislike him so much as a companion because if you do anything even remotely immoral,
he's very judgy.
He goes, I don't like you. And I'll tell you what, I fucking love drugs in Fallout 4.
Oh, they are so much better to use, aren't they?
I take a lot. In fact, one of the first higher level perks I get is the one that means that you never get addicted, because I take so many that it's very costly to continue to have to keep getting your addiction removed or finding a dick top. So yeah, just constant psychojet. Just mainline it.
They make it so easy to make as well in Fallout 4.
I've got a basically got a drip for psychojet.
I know.
I use it
that's another thing. They were useless in Fallout New Vegas because the penalties were so fast to appear.
Yeah, the addiction came on pretty hard, and I don't think there was any perk you could have. Oh no, there was a perk to stop yourself getting addicted. I think there was a chemist perk. Yeah, I mean my playthrough is melee only. So I Psychopath is an absolute.
Oh yeah.
And Psychojet is an absolute must. On the other hand, I one hit almost everything with Atom's Judgment now, which is a super sledge.
Radiation, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Although I have also just picked up something which is a Nuka World thing called Throat Cutter, and it's basically Pikmin's Blade, but better.
Did you not go with the old Krevum's Tooth?
Yeah, I used that for a bit as well. Yeah, use that for a bit as well. But it didn't have the visceral head exploding.
It's not fun to use. It's a really good weapon, but it's just not fun to use.
Yeah. Whereas Atom's Judgment is really impractical because it's so loud and it takes up so much of your screen. You can barely see what you're fighting. On the other hand, it does an absolute cunt load of damage to especially human enemies. Like it's horrific. And I'm set up for melee. I'm big leads maxed out. I'm strength maxed out plus bobblehead. All of the melee type stuff and all of the I'm hideous in terms of how much damage I do with melee weapons. You know, I'll one-on-one a Deathclaw without VATS kind of thing. It's literally not a problem now.
I tell you what, that's one of my major problems with all Fallouts, is that the challenge disappears very fast. Like
the challenge disappears fast if you play it strategically.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
Because you're
But at the same time,
you're looking at these perks and you're going, oh, that looks fun. On the other hand, I do a lot of this thing and I need this.
yeah. But on the other hand, a huge amount of, well, for me, nearly all of the fun from Fallout comes in that, especially the early ones like 3 and New Vegas. To me, like, it always feels like you're exploiting the game like that. But I like that about it. Like in New Vegas, right? Any quest, any reward or anything that you want to do in the game, no matter what level you are, what build you've got, you always feel like there's a way you can do it. Like, you always feel like, I can swing that. I can sort that out somehow. Like, and that's what I love about the game. Like, because it feels like you can always, and it always feels like you're exploiting it. Like, you always feel like, yeah, I'm just fucking beating the system all the time. Like, however you manage to do something. And I suppose that's the trade-off for having a game that, like, there's never going to be, like, a massive amount of challenge that always gives you a way to accomplish something.
Yeah. The other thing that's disappointing about Fallout 4, honestly, is that there are only 2 story DLCs. I mean, there's Automatron, but that really doesn't count.
No.
Yeah, the story is a means to introduce the droid building thing, but I part of that I think is partially down to how good New Vegas's story DLCs were, because they really were spectacular.
Yeah, Dead Money is incredible.
They're all good. There's not
fucking hard.
There's not a bad one. Yeah, Dead Money is not.
I was about to say that. I just literally just remembered that when I was just moaning about the challenge. I was like, wait a minute, Dead Money is fucking solid.
Oh, I've broken my. I don't have anything. I need to go make myself another pickaxe. Do you want a fresh one as well?
Nah, this is hardly touch. I'm not. I shouldn't even be down here really. I should be cracking on and just mining because that's what I do. Mining is what I do when I don't really know what else to do.
Perhaps we should build a massive cock. That's what we usually do when we've run out of things to do.
That's pretty classic, isn't it? Pretty classic.
There's not even any zombies anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's what life becomes meaningless without threat. We've got no threat here. I mean, we're definitely going to get a massive horde soon, but we've done nothing to prepare for.
Lol.
We can't even be bothered to work out when the day is. Like, when's the day?
Hang on. Hang on, I'm going to go and look at. I should be able to do this in my head, really.
No, I can't.
Has anyone been on the stream?
Yeah, I've had a couple people on me. Yeah, they're all gone for now, though.
It's probably because we were
just
ignoring them.
Also, they probably didn't tune in to a 7 Days to Die stream to hear us talk exclusively about Fallout for 3 hours.
No. But
they'd probably watch a Fallout stream if they wanted that.